Hi everyone and welcome to Flosstube number 14. Today I have the rest of the ornaments finished. I have a finished object, I have a new start, I have a future plan, and I have a furniture rearrangement thing I needed to talk to you about, or wanted to talk to you about. But anyhow, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for returning. It warms my heart that you want to spend some time with me. If you're new here, thank you for coming and spending some time here at my cross-stitch channel. My name is Marika. I am from Stockholm, Sweden, where I live with my boyfriend and my 2 cats. And also, I'm a little bit tired, so sorry about that. The agenda of today is a fully finished objects, a new start, new plans, and some like private information. What's it called? Some sharing of what's happening in my life, kind of a thing. Anyhow, let's start with the fully finished objects. So I have finished all of the little ornaments. For you who haven't been here or haven't seen these, I have stitched up 18 ornaments from a 24-day advent calendar from the Cross Stitch Favorites magazine, December 2022, by Doreen Jones. I have stitched them in the Charted DMC on some platinum 16 count Aida by Swagart. So I have put them all together, and I have 2 kinds here. Last week I've showed you all on my pillows. Today I'm going to show you the rest of the little ornaments. I did, however, give one of these away, so I'm sorry, it's not all of them. But they do have a little hand-stitched sign in the back. Let's see if we can focus on that, which basically says made by Marika 2022. So any of my friends and family that gets these can see who made it and when. It has a 3-inch red satin ribbon. It has these flat ones have this mottled red fabric, and yeah. So here they are. The first one is the baubles. This green bauble is replacing a number. I have a Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, where I made this one I think I made, which was a number here, and I replaced it with a little sharded ornament. So I have made either sharded little ornaments or just removed the numbers completely from some of these. We have a fruit cake. Let's see, a fruit cake. This little leaf I redone. No, this leaf is the one I sharded. I have a little, and those were my flat ornaments. I wonder if you can see her. You can see her. I have a little kitty in the background also. It's not always she's out running here, but we have rearrange the furniture. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you more about it, but yeah, she's gonna be in the movie. That's kind of fun. Yes, I have my special ornaments. These were really fun to do. They are both hanging flat ornaments, but also you can put them, they have a little piece here, so they will stand up like this. Gonna hide my face so it zooms in on this one. Anyhow, this is these heart again has the little sign on the back. The fabric on all of these are this silver glitter star fabric on red with stars. Really like this fabric. Wished I bought like 2 pieces of it, and I didn't. The first one is the one with the Christmas sock. I made this package. It was basically just this package, but I just elongated it a little bit. I have a little Christmas tree. I just removed the number on this one. I have the little cute squirrel. I removed the number and just filled in the snow on this one. I have a little polar bear where I just removed the number. Oh, let's see if I can get this to focus again. There you go. And then I have this cute little fox, which I also just removed the number on. So yes, that was all of the ornaments. I think I showed you the rest of the ornaments last week, and also one that I gave away today before I recorded this. Next step is a finished object, and I have finished the Jinglebell Cafe. This is the only thing I've been stitching on this week. Mostly I have one piece because I really wanted to finish it. This is stitched on chalkboard 16 count Aida with the sharded DMC. This is originally sharded in a variegated thread, and when it came to the face and the pink cheeks, the colors that were recommended in the chart, the ones I have on hand, probably mostly due to dye baths, were super close. So I chose to change $8.99 to $37.79 to get a kind of a more beige skin tone. Maybe should have gone a little bit darker on the skin tone, but yes. So I think I had finished the last two Santas here when I saw you the last time, and now I also done the bakery, the little Christmas trees, the little Santa at the bottom, and all of the words. Things I really loved about it is there's little French knots on the Christmas trees, and mine are fairly even. I'm starting to get fairly good at these French knots, and I've been doing French knots for years, so I'm really happy how they turned out. Also, I think these little star stitches on the Santas are so cute. Like, it gives so much more texture to the beard. So yeah, really love this. I would have wanted to have it hanging by my coffee nook this holiday, but for two reasons. One, I will not have time to finish this, or there's a lot of reasons I won't have time to fully finish it. I don't have the poster board to fully finish it, and our coffee nook is not where it's supposed to be right now, and I will get into that a little bit later in the things that is going on in my life kind of section. With that, we are going into new starts. And my new start is a cute little freebie from Soda Stitch, and you can find this freebie on in their Facebook group. You can see them on the Instagram page, but if you join the Facebook group, you can actually download it as a PDF. And this is how far I have come. It's almost done. I have the white on the cup, the beard, eyes and dots, and also the white on a candy cane, plus red berries on the two leaves and the red on the candy cane. That's all I've done, or left. So I have stitched this on a 16 count platinum. Why am I stitching everything on 16 count platinum at the moment? Because I bought a whole meter of it, and also haven't been able to find any other good materials in that size. Like, I want to keep like a meter of every fabric. I don't want the... Right now I'm very much into 16 counts. I'm very much into DMC block stitching, so I don't want the variegated fabric. I just want the simple straight dyed fabric. So this is what I'm working with. I have this, and I have a piece of pewter, which I do have plans for, but I end up, in this case, I was going to go with the pewter to stitch this on. However, I have this piece left from my ornaments, and it's quite a chunky piece, and I thought, hey, I want to finish off as much as I can. So I've done this. There's a few fun things with this. First of all, this piece of fabric is way too little for me to fit in any of my frames, so I decided to stitch by hand. Number two, because I am stitching by hand, I decided I wanted to test the sewing technique when I make this, because I tried that years and years ago. I mean, years, long before I met Christopher, so probably 2004-ish, somewhere there, because that was when I went back into cross stitching, somewhere between 2004 and 2008 basically. And everything was very, I just had rows and rows and rows of stitches. It was so apparent in which direction my rows went, and I was really disappointed. So when I found frames and my stitching got much even, I kind of just went with frames. Now, the sewing method is much faster. I mean, a lot faster. So I decided I'm gonna try this. And there is differences, and this is why I'm talking about it. So a few things, my stitches are much more puffy. They stand out from the fabric much more. So if you compare this one, let's see if I can get it, compare these two, see if I can do it like this, you will see this is much more closer to the fabric, this is much more dimensional. Now this is ironed, this isn't. So I'm wondering if maybe that can kind of get reduced a little bit. I do still get a little bit of the striping, you can see it in the hat and down here, but maybe it's not that obvious. We'll see. And by the way, if you want to see my background, I've started to stitch in a new way, and my background has gotten so much more even. So I kind of like the way I'm stitching. Might make a video kind of talking about how I think when I travel across a page with the threads. But yes, that is it. That is my new start, which I hope to be finishing like tomorrow or the day after, something like that. And because I'm gonna finish it tomorrow or the day after, I have a new project, and it actually came along with us moving things around, and I found this in a pile. I sometimes buy magazines and don't open them. It hasn't happened that often, but I do think I've had 5-10 magazines that I like found and like, oh, I haven't even opened this copy. I get the idea, I want this for this reason, I buy the magazine, I might have bought 2 or 3 magazines at one time, I'm reading one of them, I don't open all of them until I read them, and then they end up in a pile and I don't find them. This magazine is the Cross Stitcher magazine, October 2015. Yes. This wasn't opened until today. I opened the plastic today, and what I found which made me want to do this is these little cute houses. I think there are only 3. Yeah, there are 3 of them. This kit that comes with the magazine have materials to make 1 of these little houses. And I've talked to you this before. I'm not so fond of linen at the moment. My hands don't like it, and like I like Aida. So in this case, I might actually just change it to platinum, because I do have this little piece of fabric, or this thick piece of fabric, where I can make beanies on. So I am going to do that with this project, and this is my next project, as I know right now. I do want to talk to you a bit later in a couple of weeks about my 2023 plans, because I do have some plans of things I want to do. It's just that I have a few things that I want to see if they can arrive before I discuss the plans. They are in transit. Even they have arrived to the customs the 15th, and I still haven't got a notification that they have arrived. I see it from the US part of the shipping, and I can't see them on the Swedish part of the shipping, so I'm gonna have to call them tomorrow. But anyhow, so that's kind of so we'll see what the future videos will show there. But yes, that was all of the cross stitching, and if you don't want to hear about my weekend, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Right now I'm going to talk about what we are seeing in the background, these things, and what is going on. So here's the thing. Me and my boyfriend Christopher have lived in this apartment for almost 9 years. It is a 2-bedroom apartment. It is 70 square meters. Probably should have looked up what that is in feet, but I don't know. But it's 70 square meters, so it's a fairly big apartment for 2 people. This is kind of the standard apartment for a family of 1 child, maybe. There is 1 bigger bedroom, that is the master bedroom, and then it's a teeny tiny bedroom, which is the child bedroom. I think the child bedroom is somewhere around 8 or 9 square meters. So it's a fairly small room. When we moved in here 9 years ago, we moved in the bedroom into the master bedroom, and then we moved in the office into the child room. Within a year, both of us realized that the room was too little. We couldn't fit both of us in there as office goes. Both me and Christopher work in IT, and then this was before the whole world just went nuts. We still mostly worked from the office, but sometimes we worked from home, and it wasn't just possible there. I was doing my card making videos and everything, so it was hard for us to do things at the same time. However, we realized that maybe it's just space we need, so we flipped the rooms. We put our bedroom into that teeny tiny room, which in honestly is not made for 2 grown-ups. It gets very stuffy in there during the night, so it's getting very, very warm in that room during the night. And then we use our master bedroom as our office, and that worked until now. We both have gotten more and more meetings during these years. I have changed jobs multiple times, and for the past 2 years, around 2 years, I've been a tech lead. And being a tech lead means I have a lot of meetings, I have a lot of things I need to be on control with. And last 2 years, both of us has been working from home, and now he's getting a lot of meetings, and we can't just have meetings in that room, both of us. So we've been for the past 2 years looking for a house or a new apartment. However, inflation struck and our loans has gone up, or the interest rate on our loans have gone up, and we realized that we don't feel economically that it is a good solid solution to move right now. It would be possible, but we'd rather try to figure out what we can do with our apartment that we have here. So this weekend, well, this started 2 or 3 weeks ago. Christopher got sick, the same sick that I have had. He started it. He started it all, you know. No, he probably got it from his office, because his office, all of them have also had the same symptoms. But anyhow, because he didn't want to make me sick, and because he was coughing at night, he moved out here to the living room to our sofa, which is a pull-out bed. So he was staying here for a couple of nights and realized how nice it was because it's so much airier. There's so much more air here. It's not as dark as it is in our bedroom, but it's kind of nice here. So he started like, maybe we should just move him into the bedroom as his office and then move our bedroom out into the living room. Now, these are all compromises. Like, we are grown-up people. However, we don't entertain that often. So having a bed in our living room isn't that bad. But it's still, it feels like going back to when you were younger and maybe you lived in a studio or something like that. So it's a little bit thinking about that, but at the same time, him getting his own office is quite, it's actually very important. And I would get a full office / craft room too. So it's super awesome. I get much more space. I can plan this space in a whole other way, and that is what's gonna happen in the new year. I have some plans on moving my desk around, setting up some other bookcases. Not only will I have a more functional space, but I also will have a nicer space to record in. So I will most likely start recording in my office after that. But today I'm recording in the living room, but because we have moved our sofa, and actually this is our bed with a very nice cover, I'm sitting next to my Christmas tree. We used to have a really big Christmas tree. However, this last year, I think, we used to have our sofa sitting with like the backside of the sofa going straight in where this bookcase is. This is I think this is an Expedite, but it's what's called Kalex at the moment. So it's IKEA furniture. So it's 5 boxes deep, 1 high, and then we put some legs on it so that we can actually vacuum under it. But about here we had our sofa standing towards that wall and the TV to that wall, and then there were extra space by our balcony door to put a Christmas tree. However, last year we moved it, so we have our sofa against this wall where our bed stands now, and the TV towards the other wall where our Christmas tree used to stand. So we don't have room for a Christmas tree. That was a very long way of telling you that. Sorry, it's getting a little bit late here. I usually try to record my videos early in the morning because my brain space is much better. I can kind of keep my thoughts in line much better in the morning than I can in the afternoon and the evening. For the past, I would say 6 months to a year, gradually my migraines has gone a little bit worse, and also I've started to have more lupus pain. So I'm getting sicker, which is quite annoying, but I just have to kind of move things around in my life. For example, I have actually stepped down in time at work. I usually work full-time as a tech lead. I have now gone down to 80%, and I'm changing my job from tech lead to software architect. So that's actually a rung up. A rung up on the ladder towards a career. I don't know. But I got that step up, and then I talked to my manager and like, is it possible to just go down a little while to see what happened? So for the next 5 more months, I think, I'm gonna work 80%, and then when we get closer to that date, we are gonna evaluate both how it's working for me, but also how it's working for the business, and then we'll see what will happen. But it's very nice right now. I have my Fridays off. I have Friday, Saturday and Sunday to relax and do everything. So usually that also means that I have more brain space and energy to actually do things like moving furniture around. So that was what we did Saturday. Started Saturday morning, like, okay, let's do this. and it went much faster than we thought it would do. I think both because I was able to help a lot more because I wasn't that tired in the morning, and yeah, Christopher had been thinking about not moving his office into his like table and everything into the office, but I kind of told him that maybe because this is a compromise, having the bed out in the living room is a compromise, because we also cannot kind of put the kitties somewhere. When we have our little bedroom, we can close the door. They know that they are not allowed to be in the bedroom when we sleep, so they won't like meow and stuff by the door. Usually it happens, but very rarely. And here we're gonna have to sleep in the living area where the kitties are, so they will go and feed in the middle of the night, feed on their kibbles, and go to the bathroom and all those things as the kitties do while we are asleep. So we'll see how this will work. So far so good though. We have had one night in it, as this is Sunday evening, and yeah, I kind of like it. But it also means that I need to find more fun places to record, because there's no sofa there anymore. So yeah, this is my new place. So I have my little tree, my little Christmas tree. It's a teeny tiny tree. It's about 90 centimeters, so about a meter, or like a yard. I think it's closer to a yard than a meter actually. And then this is a I've taped down the cable. This is not battery driven, it's into the wall. However, my little cat, this little girl, likes to eat cables. She has eaten, I think, 10 iPhone charger cables, 2 MagSafe. This was before they were disconnected, so I had to buy the whole thing both times. 2 Android chargers, I think, which was Christopher's before he went full iPhone again. Oh, for work, Android for work, I think. So 2 of those chargers. She likes eating cables. A couple of iPhone ear things also. Love cables. Also, she did it with my, I had a diffuser for oils, and she bit that one off. I took that as a sign that I shouldn't diffuse oils in the apartment. That, and Christopher said that it gave him headaches. So it's like, okay, this doesn't work anymore. No. But anyhow, that was all for me today. This might have been a little bit discombobulated because I'm starting to get very tired and I don't remember what I've said anymore. Anyhow, it is Sunday night, this is going up tomorrow, and I'll see you then, or you'll see me then, I don't know, and then I'll see you next week, Mondays at 6 p.m. I hope you enjoyed this video and my ramblings, and hopefully I have more stitching for you next week, or more plans next week. We'll see. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you later. Bye!